Hi, welcome. I'm Reverend Patricia Caginello and from Sacred Stories Publishing, and I welcome you back to our Author Summit. Now we're speaking with co-author of this phenomenal book. I'm going to hold it up for everybody, Scanning for Signal. This is one of my favorite books of all time, and we're speaking with co-author Kaitlin Abendroth. So welcome, Kaitlin, to our Author Summit.
Hi, thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, I'm absolutely thrilled to be talking about Scanning for Signal because it truly is. And, full disclosure, I am one of the co-authors, but I'm a little bit of a co-author. The other three authors really are the main essence of this book. And Kaitlin, how would you describe Scanning for Signal for our audience?
I would describe it as a kind of a journey through yourself and the self journey, and through a collection of what we like to call musings, or basically like spiritual poetry, to take you kind of along from being more distant and lost and confused at the start of the book to really finding your connection with the world, hence the title, Scanning for Signal, as it is more scanning for your life signal more than anything.
Yeah, well, I'm going to show the cover again because the concept is, and it's very cool, that's a Wi-Fi signal, right? So when we were looking up, and Scanning for Signal is actually part of one of Caitlin's proses, is where that term came from. So I like to think of it, and we use the term, an outstretched hand to help you find your connection. And as Kaitlin described, the book starts with the Wi-Fi symbol throughout the book. In each part of the book, there's three parts. The signal on the Wi-Fi gets stronger and stronger, right? And
yeah.
Right? So speak to that, and you and a co-author, one of the co-authors, Evan Corey, talking about why you chose the Wi-Fi signal for the cover.
I think it is very apt, especially as I think while this book is for anyone and everyone, we definitely think it could be very beneficial to especially younger people, because they're in the thick of all of the confusion, and that is just one of the hardest times in life, just figuring everything out. And I feel like that symbol of the Wi-Fi is so connected to my generation and this coming generation after me. And I feel like it gives that initial connection, so to say, of being like, okay, wait, this is kind of what I am seeing in my life.
It's definitely a resonant symbol for your generation, for everyone, but mostly your generation, the millennials, and as you said, the generations coming up for sure. So this is a book of really, really beautiful, and I don't want to scare anybody away with saying poetry or prose.
Yeah.
Words have such energy, but they really are these short writings, and the book is organized in a way, as Kaitlin said, that the beginning of the book, the writings are a little bit more lost, a little bit more angry, a little bit more confused, searching through the evolution of finding self, finding connection, finding purpose, let's say, right?
Yeah.
So, Kaitlin, I want you to read one of your favorites, even though, we all say we love them all. But is the favorite from the beginning of the book? Because I'd love to read, maybe you read one from the beginning and I read one from the end, or vice versa, just to show a difference of the readings.
Yeah, we can read a couple. The one I have is more from the end, of course.
Okay, well, let me read one from the beginning then.
Okay.
So this will be, this is one of my favorites. I went right to it. So this is one from the first part. So this is the lost, confused, searching for connection part. And it says, it seems loneliness waits more patiently than friendships do. I know it would be easier for both of us if I could befriend loneliness, but loneliness just doesn't like me like that. Oh God, I love this book. I absolutely love it. And the writings. No, seriously. So everybody listening, like it is chock full like of just these really short, powerful, where I'll tell you, I've shared this with so many young people and they're like, oh my God, that's exactly how I feel. How did you know I feel that exact same way?
Yeah, and I'm so glad to be able to even give just a little bit of that to anyone, because those were the kind of things that helped me most when I was a lost and confused and angry teenager not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm just glad to be able to be like, okay, it's going to be okay. We have all been there and we're all still there. We're all still figuring everything out. And so we're all in this together, basically.
But I think it's going to be okay because we're all in this together. I think people need that outstretched hand. We need support. We need community. We need to know, even if we just read it in a book, that somebody else has felt the way that we feel in order to know it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely. Exactly. And that's why I'm so glad to be able to share this book with everyone, because I think it can be that for people who read it.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. So go ahead and read one of your favorites. This is more towards the end of the book, right? So we'll show a
Yes.
little bit of a progression.
Yes. This is one from the third section of the book. Flowers are miraculous beings. They live to grow and bloom to the sun. They brighten the world just by living. I don't think humans are too different from flowers at all. I think we just need to accept our own miraculousness and let ourselves be. Yeah,
I
that
just
is.
I can't stop just grinning, just listening to them. This is such a beautiful, beautiful gift for any young person in your life, your kids, your grandkids, yourselves. I mean, it's a beautiful gift. I'm in my 50s and I pick it up and read it because it's so meaningful for me. Also it's really every age, but we really feel the millennials, like we had said, Caitlin's generation. It's targeted towards in order to give that outstretched hand. Scanning per signal, we're going to read a couple more because I could just read them all day. Scanning per signal is available, from Sacred Stories Publishing through the end of November at 20% off. So sacredstoriespublishing.com, great to stock up as, holiday gifts or gifts for yourselves. It's also available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, pretty much anywhere books are sold. You can buy Scanning per Signal. Let's read a couple more. You want to read a couple more? Okay, you pick. I'm going to pick another favorite. You pick another favorite, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, because I could just do this all day. Okay, I'm going to go back to the beginning. I'm going to go to the lost, confused, looking for something, right? So see if, listeners, if there's anybody that maybe you think may feel this way, or if you have ever felt this way yourself. Sadness courses through the cells of my body. A heaviness weighs me down. Everything is an effort, even the smile I put on my face, so others won't notice. Right?
Yeah.
I feel that way. Yeah. How many times have we just put that mask on, right?
Yeah. Especially, it reminds me a lot of like high school, especially, and just trying to be like, I don't know, are all these other people like feeling the way I'm feeling? Because this is crazy.
Exactly. Okay, so Kaitlin, I flipped to the page that has Scanning for Signal on it, which was written by Kaitlin, as we already mentioned. Can I read that, and then you finish us off with an uplifting one?
Sure, yeah.
Unless you want to read it. You have it ready, but I have it ready.
Oh, no, you can read it. Go right ahead.
Okay, but then you're going to finish us off with an uplifting one, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so this is one of the ones written by Kaitlin, and this is where the title for the book came, so it's one of my favorites. So many hearts locked away in our time, password protected, Perhaps the rare seekers should get a tattoo of a Wi-Fi symbol, just so we know who is open for connection and scanning for signal. Honestly, I love this book. Okay, so let's wrap it up with an uplifting, beautiful one now.
Okay, this one, I feel like this is one of the more subtle ones. I think it's from the second part of the book, actually, but it's one of my personal favorites because it felt like it came so directly from my heart. So here's this one. I sat on the park bench and listened to the whispers of the trees, the rustling of 1,000 parts roaring into one, a symphony of soft silken leaves swaying in the crisp breeze, chattering of years long past and days to come, stories untold to the likes of me, but I still listened, always almost understanding.
Thank you so much for reading that. Thank you so much for sharing your writings in the creation of Scanning for Signal. It is, again, one of my absolute all-time favorite books, and it still is. Scanning for Signal is available from Sacred Stories Publishing, Amazon, Barnes & Noble. Again, it is just a beautiful book for young people, millennials, really people of all ages, to help them feel connected, know they're not alone, really just connect on a much deeper level. I think that's what we're all searching for. Kaitlin, share with everyone your website, ways that they can get in touch with you, because you have a lot going on.
Yes. You can find links to any of my social media or contacting on my website, which is just KaitlinAbendroth.com.
Perfect. Thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure.
Thank you for our audience for joining us. We're actually going to be back in just a couple minutes with Kaitlin's sister Kaya, who is another author of Scanning for Signal. So we're going to read some more beautiful prose. So we'll be back in just a couple minutes. And until then, thank you very much.
Awesome. Thanks so much for having me, Patty.
Thank you, Kaitlin. Okay. Bye for now.
Bye for now.